This video is sponsored by OneFootball, the app that lets you know all the up-to-date facts about transfers, rumours, everything about your club. If you would like to download that, please download that in the link in the description down below. Hello everyone and welcome to Post-Match Pint, the only post-match fallout show on the internet. We're coming off the back of the West Ham Tottenham game. We've got a few things to talk about after. We'll have competitions and we'll be reading all your comments on Twitter, but let's get into it. Disappointing, boys. Disappointing.
I'm not disappointed with the team performance. The last 10 minutes.
No.
I mean, we'd have took the point at the start, wouldn't we?
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
But it's just...
So let's start at the start. Let's go for the positives. Let's break it up. Positives and negatives. Right. Positives. What were your positives?
Starting
was
11.
much better.
Yeah.
Starting 11 was much better.
Break down the team selection. Do you think it was the right team selection?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Totally. That's
quality in the middle.
That's our best team, I'd say.
I'll tell you what, that's probably the best I've seen Noble play in a long time. I think Winston Reid coming back was, well, solid the defence up. Kyoto going back in the middle. I mean, he's different. He's different. 7 million for Kyoto. In today's market, unbelievable.
Yeah, stupid money.
The only thing is you're going to have the big boys sniffing random at the end of the season.
Yeah, but we are going to be one of the big boys soon, so...
The thing is, we had pace in the middle.
Yeah.
That was the difference. Yeah. You know, you look at the past 6-7 games, and again, it's going back to Nolan. Since he's been playing, we've had no pace in that middle.
Yeah.
Song's not quick. Noble's got no pace about him. Nolan's got nothing now. He's gone. Completely gone.
Legs are gone.
I mean, put Kyoto in, put Downing back behind the front two. We're attacking with zip. We're attacking with...
What did you think of Downing yesterday, though? I didn't really think much of him.
Yeah, he went one of his better games.
Was he playing out wide again? I couldn't really... I
started off at the tip of the diamond.
I could never sort of like...
He seems to drift out to the wide all the time.
I mean, you compare that to the pace we played with to the West Brom game, where it looked like they'd all been out in the piss the night before.
That West Brom game last week, if we'd have had, like we did yesterday, half the effort of West Brom, what we showed yesterday, we'd have beat West Brom, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I think it's just excuses saying that we're tired.
Yeah.
But let's get back to the Spurs game. We put our best 11 out. Yeah. And... shaky 10 minutes at the start.
Yeah, we started a bit slow.
But then they're the home side.
Yeah,
you're going to expect that. You expect them to
You've
come
got to think they've beat Arsenal and Chelsea there in the last few weeks.
They put 5 past Chelsea.
Yeah. So you got, Harry Kane's the man on form at the minute. I was worried about him at the start, but halfway through the game, I thought the defenders had him in his back pocket. Tompkins and Reid.
That's the first time I've seen him play fully, and I don't understand what everyone's raving about.
Well, he's got something about him. He's got 24 goals.
Yeah, he's got 24 goals.
Something about him, but
is he just another poacher? Is he someone who's just going to get you goals? And because he didn't look like he brought anything to Tottenham yesterday. But
was that more to do with us?
Yeah, I think that was us. I think that was the boys. The midfield was. It was like a cog. It was all like working smoothly.
True.
I mean, Kyoto, Noble. They're all doing like. I was saying to my old man when we was playing, I said, "That's the best I've seen Song play for ages."
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, is it because he's been doing Nolan's work as well as his own? Because I was watching against West Brom.
Yeah.
Nolan, I don't want to talk about it, he didn't play yesterday, but Nolan just seemed to be jogging around. He couldn't reach anyone. He couldn't cut out any passes, and there was always 2 men over because he was meant to be there, and he was getting dragged in the middle, and he sort of started out on a wing. I said last week, me and him had a little video in the car on the way back. I've defended him and defended him and defended him, but I can't defend him anymore. No. It's just, and I'm not having a go at Geezer's character. No. It's his his legs are gone. Yeah, he's finished as a player. He don't pick himself and all that. But let's concentrate on the 11 that we had.
Yep.
Yeah, 11 that we had on Saturday. Worked well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what negatives can you bring to the game?
Up until the substitutions, I couldn't pick a negative.
Yeah, that's
the problem. We've got a really strong 11, but then after that,
the bench is like going back 2 seasons.
Yeah, I think that's the weakest bench we've had all season.
Yeah. And that's no disrespect to the players that are there.
And the thing is, it's not, and you can't even say because people are injured, because it's only Carroll that's injured. It's letting people go, like Zarate,
Morgan's suspended, isn't he?
Yeah.
But to be fair, when you look at that bench, then you've only got him really who you want to see coming on. Right, Collins is someone who's a decent backup, and you've got Morgan who's a decent backup. But then look at the game time with everyone else who's sitting on that bench.
Yeah.
Apart from Coley, Jarvis hasn't played, O'Brien hasn't played, and I don't think that helps.
Well, this is what I'm saying about Allardyce. I think this is where he peeves people, because he came up with that excuse last week about being tired. Well, give the others a chance then, because they're sitting there and ain't played. What's Jarvis played? I doubt he's even played 2 games all season, like 2 full 90-minute games.
No. And then when you're bringing him on with 20 minutes left to go and you expect him to do something.
I think. I like Jarvis. He doesn't fit in our system as we are, but. I like him as a player. I think he gets unnecessary criticism, and that's because he isn't getting the time, to get himself back sharp and fit. And
the thing is with him as well, though, he's never played where he should play.
Which is right.
Yeah, we signed 2 of the best crossers of the ball statistically in the Premiership, and play him on the opposite wing.
Yeah, but we now play with no wingers.
Now. So it's pointless.
Malfitano, if he weren't banned, probably would have started on the right yesterday.
No, I think he would have.
Do you not think?
No, I don't think he would have.
I think that 11 would have been the starting 11. The problem for me is when the subs happened, when you then want to start making subs and defending, you need to go wide with your midfield, and we don't.
But
he just seems to try and put a forward in a winger's position. And
let's go back to the game, right? So 10 minutes in. We had, what did we score on, 25?
Yeah,
about 20, 25? Yeah.
What great header.
A brilliant move up the left-hand side. Cresswell, I think Cresswell was class again yesterday.
The best crosser we've had for...
a brilliant move up the side. Comes Security, bang.
That's an
textbook header. Yeah,
I'm proud of.
Yeah, definitely. One of the best headers I've seen all season. Definitely. Absolutely brilliant header. So we go 1-0. We've got it under control. Just before we scored our second, Sacco missed.
Should have squared it.
He should have
squared it.
But he's a striker in form. He wants to score goals, isn't he? He should have. We all know he should have squared it, but I was still swearing at him when he scored the second. I sort of forgive him.
If he squares that, it's 2-0. Game over.
That's the best I've seen.
Then we would have got the third.
Yeah, but do ya?
Yeah.
Do ya?
I mean, we got it pretty much a couple of minutes after that, so it was,
But then you go and look at the Valencia miss from Reed's knockdown. He should be putting that away.
But he's as well as Sacco's his striker in form.
Yeah,
he's a striker out of form. Yeah. But that is the best game I've seen him have for a long while. Do you agree?
Yeah. He chases the way he chases the ball down. Well, was it him that chased it down for the first goal, or was it Song?
No, it was him.
It was Valencia, wasn't it? And then knocked it. Song, Creswell, bang.
The only thing with Valencia is his touch.
Yeah, his touch.
He's all over the place.
Yeah, he's got.
The thing is, as well, when you got that touch, he ain't really got the pace either. I expect him to be a lot quicker than what he is. I don't know whether he's carrying.
I reckon he is quick. I wouldn't want to race him.
No. But when you look at
the others, make him look slow. I think the other guys makes him look slow. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Jenko didn't get forward as much as he usually does.
No, but I mean,
quiet. But he was a bit more. I thought he was quite solid defensively.
Yeah, it wasn't the sort of game where he could sort of bomb on.
So a good opportunity to make it 2, and then we did make it 2.
Yep.
That boy, what a finish!
Yep. What a triangle as well, wasn't it?
I'll tell you what, he's got to be one of the finds of the season.
Well, 3.5 million. Plus my Ega for him. You know what I mean?
You didn't swap Maiga.
No, Maiga's only on loan.
Yeah, Maiga's on loan.
He was part of the deal, wasn't he?
They've already kicked him out once. I think they've had him back.
But yeah, it was great.
He's a great player, but what a finish! It was so tight. I couldn't work out how he got it in. To be honest, I thought he hit the side net and rolled around the back.
Yeah, the cross went over, and I was like, oh for fuck! And then next thing,
all right. Take your West Ham heads off here. Do you think he should have been given as offside? Valencia.
Yeah,
I think he was as well.
Definitely offside.
But
how many dodgy decisions we had against us?
I'll put my West Ham head back on there. I couldn't give a fuck.
I think the one we had disallowed against Arsenal.
Yeah.
We've had a couple of dodgy offside.
That's about the first decision that we've had for us in our favour, where it should have been called as off, and it's been called as on because.
But the thing is he interfering with play? All right, he's jumped
and the geezer's
jumped for the ball. But the defender shouldn't be looking at the player. The defender should be looking at the ball.
But if he knocks it in, the defender don't know no different. You know what I mean?
That's it.
You're a defender.
Yeah. If he had reached, if he had reached the ball and touched the ball, to me, he's interfering. He's jumped for the ball.
If you're standing, you're in the box. I'll see you standing there, right?
He's nowhere near the ball.
He's going for the ball.
I don't give a fuck. If you're on the pitch, you're interfering play.
Yeah, true.
If you're on the pitch, so that rule should be fucking changed back to how it was before. Not as extreme, but you know.
The thing is, the balls. When you look at the balls, the ball is going in the direction of where the player is. But to me, you don't touch it. He's not interfering.
I think he's blatantly offside, if I'm honest.
But who cares?
But you know what? Yeah,
Exactly,
2-0 up.
It wraps itself up after you know the referee. Maybe he made a bit of a mistake there, but as I say.
I think the referee made a few mistakes.
Yeah, let's move on to them. So 2-0.
Yep.
We're in total control. Should Noble have been sent off?
Yes. Without foul. And so should Vertonghen.
Vertonghen's reaction was the same as what Matic did for Chelsea.
Anywhere else, right? If he weren't on a booking, that foul was a booking.
But was the booking a booking?
I don't think the booking.
He tugged his foot.
Yeah.
He tugged his foot. He tugged his shirt.
Yeah. The booking. His booking wasn't a booking, but
that was a blatant booking.
Yeah. That was a booking.
Yeah. So the referees obviously probably feel the first one shouldn't have been like.
There's no difference between what Vertonghen did to what Matic did for Chelsea on the Saturday.
And that's why Big Sam has obviously taken Noble off. He had to take him off. One more tackle, anything, he would have been off.
I would have done.
So Noble goes off.
Yep.
The substitute. I think, right, I'll tell you my points, but the substitutions, they were strange. I thought strange.
Yeah.
Weird.
I was trying to defend.
I think, but if you're going to defend, he should have brought Collins on.
But then we can't defend like that. We look better when we're attacking.
This is where I think this is where again, this is where people have gripes with a man because. You know, people so I mean, he can't do wrong for doing right sometimes, I'll give you that. But that substitution, he brought Noble off and brought Cut. Because I looked here and I was like, what the fuck is he doing? Do you know what I mean? Like,
do you think he had Cole warmed up ready to come on for Valencia and then saw that tackle that Noble did and thought, right, we've got to get him off the pitch now and Cole was the only player ready?
Maybe. But you know what I would have done? I'll be honest with you, right? This is what I thought this at the start, right? We was playing so well, and they hadn't had a sniff. The only thing they had was the only way they was going to score was from a worldie. Yeah. They was getting nowhere near our box, right?
Yeah, worldie.
Nowhere near it, right? I would have left Noble on, and if he'd got sent off, I would have dealt with it then, because. The system was working. So where I thought we won the game, right? We was winning the midfield, but we was winning the midfield because our two forwards are so lively and were chasing everything down. They wasn't giving them a chance to come out.
No.
As soon as Cole come on, the midfield dropped off, and it was just Cole up there on his own chasing, and then they started to come out, and then that's when they started to play.
Do you think that if being Big Sam was thinking because we're 2-0 up, we've got Palace next week? He probably thought, right, this game now is like ours. Not ours, it ain't over, I know that, but he's probably thinking we need Noble for Palace. Because Palace is a game we should win. With the
injuries, suspensions, then you are right. Because if we lost Noble to another silly booking, and like you said, it would have been anything. You know, if he'd flicked a player and he'd fallen over like Harry Kane did, then you know he's going to go.
But then it took away our momentum.
But if you're doing that, if you're going to pull him off, you put another midfielder on, and then you just slot to a 4-4-2.
Yeah.
You just put Jarvis on, stick him one side, Dan in the other, and just tell Saka or Valencia one of them to stay further up and drop the other one a little deeper.
I've got to bring this up because I nearly threw my fucking pack of polos at the telly. What the fuck was Adrian doing? For the goal?
Do you know what with Adrian? I think he's one of the best characters we've had at that club for a long time. I've got bad words, but he does make a few silly mistakes. I mean, last season, the Rooney effort.
God,
When he's spinning like he's on Dancing on Ice. Yesterday, he jumped twice before the ball even got near him. If he would have stood still, we would have caught that.
Yeah.
the thing is, I don't.
And I think if he catches that, game over. We've won.
Yeah.
We would have gone up the end and probably nicked another one.
They were never. If that
And it
shot
really
hadn't
would have
gone
happened
in,
again.
yeah, if that shot hadn't have gone in, they wouldn't have got back in that game.
No,
As soon as that went in, our heads went, and that's what led to the penalty.
I think our heads dropped for a couple of minutes after that, but then we battled after that.
I thought we'd seen it out. I'll be honest, I thought we'd seen it out.
You just had that feeling. That feeling.
But it was such a weird atmosphere there because
they were leaving the Tottenham fans.
yeah, it was 2-1, and they was pressing and pressing and pressing.
and they were walking out.
It was so quiet. When your team's there, you're there, fucking roaring them on. You know what I mean? You're like, fucking go on, and they was like, we've lost this. And then there's people walking out at 2-1, and well, shame on them because they missed their fucking.
Missed Harry Kane's dive.
Yeah, missed his dive. Yeah. So the penalty.
Yeah.
Penalty.
As much as I've said no from when I first saw it.
It's one of them ones. Like if it was Sacco in the other box, you'd say it's a penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was a dive.
I think he went.
think it was like- contact was
I
minimal,
think he went
minimal
down.
contact.
He like Big Sam said after the game, he touched that ball a little bit too far. Creswell would have got it anyway. He's gone down. You can see him going down, but Song has put his hands on him, and the referee bottled
And
it.
the referee bottled it, but there was no reason for Song to put his hands on his
But
back.
Song looked like he was falling to me, so maybe he was just trying. It was just sort of a natural reaction. I don't know whether he's got to have died, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Say he fell over. Kane. I don't know whether he died, but he was going down, and Song just sort of like it seemed to be like maybe he was trying to stop
Thing is
himself.
as well, you got to think of the pace they're going at, tired legs.
See, I'll be honest, when I see it in full speed, I'll say penalty straight away.
Yeah.
So you've got to give the referee the benefit of the doubt as well, because
The referee sees it in a split second. He's got to make a decision, and as much as I think he did bottle it, because I'm still scratching my head where 5 minutes of injury time come from.
Yeah.
You know, he got as we said, he got the Vertonghen and Noble situation wrong, but in that split second, he got it right.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not. We ain't got video replays. We ain't got thingy. In that split second, the position he's standing in, he sees Song's arm touch his back. It's a penalty.
Right. So he scores it. Very quickly because we've got to move on. Should the goal stood after he'd saved it?
Well, according to the rules, no.
No.
Because I don't think it should have.
No.
But then, I don't think it should have. But then, if it happened to us, we'd have been fuming.
Yeah.
To be fair, the penalty, as soon as he kicked that penalty and
that
Adrian
phase played
saved it,
over.
that's it. That should have been the final
Because
whistle.
literally, as soon as we took kick off, he blew the whistle.
Yeah.
But what a lucky fuck.
Yeah.
What a lucky
That's
fuck.
just the form he's in.
But it's one of them ones. Is it the penalty? It's such a poor penalty. And I looked at it. It was 2 and 2. 2 scored, 2 missed, wasn't it?
And the
last
two
four?
that he missed were in the
We're
same
in the same
place.
spot, right? So Adrian's guessed the right way. If he's sort of hit it better, it hits his hand and goes off to the right.
Because he's hit it so bad.
If he hits it a little bit worse, it goes into Adrian's midriff and he just collects it. It's just he's hit it in the exact fucking place where it's come off his forearm or something and gone straight back. And I thought and I was fuming.
That draw is more disappointing than the draw against Man United.
The last minute goal for United and against Spurs has obviously cost us 4 points.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, that would have put us right up there.
I know we had the stuffing knocked out of us.
Yeah.
Like it's a gutner, isn't it? It felt like a loss to me.
Yeah.
But can you complain? Because you would have took that before.
The way we played against West Brom and the way we've been playing, if you had said to me before the game we're going to go to there and get a draw, I would have took it.
Yeah, me too.
I would have took it. It's because we've gone from a winning position again and losing it to a last minute goal. You know, and how many times I know against Stoke we were 2-0 down, come back, drew 2. I know we've done it, but how many times now have we thrown away the lead?
Yeah, it's
Arsenal.
it's shit.
We didn't. The goal didn't count against Arsenal, did it? But you know, Man United, Everton, twice.
Well, it's worrying. It's worrying the fact that we can't see these games out. But yesterday, I don't think you can really blame them. I mean, the first goal don't go in. It's Adrian's fault. But after that, I mean,
Yeah, but
we look
after
like
that,
we've seen it
Adrian
out.
pulled off a world-class
So,
save.
and he pulled off a good couple of saves in the first 10 minutes.
That one that was going top corner, he tipped it around.
It's that old
Blinding.
scenario, isn't it? The goalkeeper makes a mistake. it's a goal.
Yeah.
You know, how many times the keeper make a mistake and don't concede a goal?
Right, I'll say to you though, we're saying, we can't keep a lead or keep a clean sheet. Are you enjoying this season more than you did last season?
Yeah.
Yes, because we're playing.
Right, we'll leave it at that because we are pressed for time. Is there anything else? What have you been reading during the week? What have you been reading?
The thing is, that, like, obviously going back up to the West Brom game, I like to talk about the abuse that our chairman got after the game. I don't really want to talk about much of it because I don't want to really give these idiots
Coverage.
the coverage. You know what I mean? But that was an absolute disgrace, the way they treated him. Absolute disgrace. Take away that he's our chairman. He's a 66-year-old man anyway. You know, he had 8 blokes around. I'm not saying it was all of them, but as we see from the video, it was a good 2 or 3 of them. I mean, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's disgusting. Well, I think it's absolutely. I think they should. I think they should be ashamed of themselves. You know, football's a game, yeah. And let's be honest. If them 2 blokes, I don't know what their long-term plans are, whatever. And he's, you know, the fact that he's turned around and said afterwards that he's considering his position with us now, he's sad because he's done a hell of a lot. But take the football thing out of it. That's someone's granddad. Yeah. Someone's dad.
How would you feel if it was your dad?
You know what I mean? And then they're saying about Brady. I'm not Brady's biggest fan. I watch The Apprentice, but I, to be honest, I think she gets a bit funny with things like there's some things I've read of hers. I know she does a couple of articles in the Sun or the Daily Mail, whatever she does, and I think there's some things that she said that I didn't agree with, and I said at the time I didn't agree with. But you've got to, like, you know, you've got to show her a bit of respect. I mean, you know, the things that were saying were vile, weren't they?
The thing is, though, I mean, you go back 5 years ago when they took over, 4 or 5 years ago, the situation we was in to what we are in now. We're a top 8 Premiership club going into a massive new stadium. Debts are coming down.
Would have been a Portsmouth or Leeds.
They said that. If
it weren't for them 3 coming in,
of course it is.
We would be either like QPR.
Bottom half of the championship.
We wouldn't. We'd be elite. We would be elite.
No, that's what it is. Because if they didn't buy the club, it would have been Fernandes. And Fernandes would have chucked loads of money bringing in shit players, same as he's done at QPR, and we'd be in the same situation.
Golden Sullivan,
even in more debt.
Golden Sullivan are taking their own money out of their own pockets to buy these players and give us.
Every fan is allowed their opinion.
Of course.
Right? This is what we do here is us voicing our opinion. It's our opinion on what we think, right? And you can voice your opinion, but it's the way you voice your opinion.
Don't get in basically a pensioner's face and start screaming and shouting at them, do you?
And then when you find the reasons out why he was actually leaving early to go and see his mum in hospital, you know, it's.
I'm not sure I believe that though.
Well, no, his kids have come out and said it on Twitter.
I'm not sure, I'm not sure I believe that. But even still, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter why he's leaving.
How many other fans walked out?
We left early.
Yeah. So was I.
Them blokes left early because they were outside in front of him. So you know,
he was just an easy target. If it had been David Gold, it would have been him. If it had been Karen Brady,
right. So that was done. Yeah. Allardyce come under a little bit of.
Bit pressure.
Again, the pressure's come. The anti-Sam brigade's come back. Are you anti-Sam?
I'm undecided.
Still.
Last season I was anti-Sam. Now I don't know.
Are you anti-Sam? No. You anti-Sam?
No.
I'm on the fence as well. I must say I'm like him. I'm on the fence. There's some bits about him. I could see that there's a project, and there's. You know, they love that word in football, don't they? Project, but there's, you know, it's forward thing. I think he's doing like what Bolton's doing. I read a piece about him on, you know, a little bit about him on Knees Up Mother Brown, and I could see where he's going in the way Bolton's going, and I think he's the safest bet. But it seems like he's going to go, doesn't it?
Do you know what annoys me? Right? You know, like they won't even sing his name in the ground. We've even Avram Grant had his name sung. We've had worse managers.
I don't know. I don't think
sing Avram Grant's name.
I don't think.
I'm sure I'd heard it.
I haven't heard West Ham fans sing a manager's name since Redknapp. No, since Pardew left.
Or I mean,
I think
David sung Roder's name.
I couldn't think of one.
So
Trevor Brooking.
Zola.
But he was before. I don't remember anyone singing Zola.
I remember Zola. I remember a few Zola chants. I think I do.
I remember
Get out.
But, you know, when Redknapp's there, it was all Redknapp's Claret Army. When Pardew was there at the start, it was all Pardew's Claret Army. But since then,
even Lou McCarthy.
Well, maybe it's just because their names don't fit with the chant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sam Allardyce's Claret. Oh, it does.
It does, yeah. But it's just, I just don't feel fans haven't took to any of the managers. Zola did at the start, but it was poor.
I know why they took to Allardyce. Allardyce walked through the door in a press conference, and in the first 5 minutes, he'd insulted everyone.
Yeah.
He'd say, well, "What's the West Ham way? Shit."
But he was right.
Yeah.
He was right. But
When was the last time you see us play the West Ham way? I mean, not since probably the 70s, early 80s.
I'm not saying he weren't
Even
right.
when we had that great team with Di Canio and Joe Cole and all that, we still used to never play out on the floor all the time, did we?
But even though he was right, there's no. He's got no fucking right to come in and start telling everyone, "Oh yeah, shit that way." You know what I mean? Because he's been there for. Keep your mouth shut. Just fucking do your job. Like whatever you think personally, you ain't got to fucking tell the press because it makes us look like a fucking bunch of mugs. And it's just been like a fucking a slanging match between him and Sullivan. It just goes backwards and forwards. You know, there's things at the end of the season when Sullivan was mugging him off. There's things when Sam's come out and started mugging Sullivan off, and then it goes backwards and forwards. They don't like each other. They're going to part ways, whether it's the right thing to do or not.
The thing is who you're going to get in.
Well,
you're talking David Moyes. Right.
I'd rather have Big Sam.
Done great at Everton on a small budget, right? Don't get me wrong, he did good things there, but he's just gone to Spain.
Yeah.
Now, after what happened to him at Man United, are you going to start doing things in Spain and leave after a season?
But we've progressed. Do you know what I mean? We're at the point of now where we could go next season, we can buy some new players if we have the same manager in charge. If we get a no manager in, it'd just be like pressing a fucking reset button again.
Right, one name that's obviously been mentioned is Bilic. Right, everyone goes on about Bilic this, Bilic that. He managed Croatia, right?
Yep.
He's managed. Is it Besiktas? Right, they're a good team in Turkey, right? Everyone's saying West Ham legend. You got to remember how he left the club.
Yeah, one season.
He went to Everton, and he was slagging us off.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's not a legend at West Ham.
I don't think.
You know, if you're going to pick the next player, I'd rather have Paolo Di Canio than Bilic.
Fuck Paolo.
No, but
I love Paolo, but I wouldn't want him as my manager.
No, but I'm not saying I would want Paolo in charge, but if I had a choice between Bilic and Paolo, I'd take Paolo Di Canio all day long over Bilic. Bilic's not a West Ham legend. You know, if we're going to go
one and a bit seasons with us.
Yeah, and then he jumped ship and went Everton.
But he could have jumped ship halfway through the season when we were fighting relegation. He didn't. He stayed until the end of the season.
Yeah, but
he would have gone anyway.
And he was one of the better defenders we've had in a long time. And I think he had a lot to do with the development of Rio.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I liked Bilic when he played with us, but I think like the legend tag gets thrown about a bit too easily with players.
Scott Parker was called a legend at West Ham because he had 2 good seasons. I'm not saying he weren't good, but he was the only one that stood out in a shit team.
Yeah.
I mean, people go, Tevez, West Ham legend. Yeah, he scored some goals for us and put in some memorable performances, but he was there for a season.
Legends are the players that have stands named after them.
Yeah, like
statues.
Billy Bonds, Trevor Brooklyn,
Dixie,
Bobby Moore, Jeff Hurst.
Lewis Bar Morte Lounge. You don't see all that, you know what I mean? Or the Carlos Tevez toilet.
I've done the Lewis Bar Morte. I'd go into Masia Bulu, wouldn't you?
I reckon a Bar Morte Lounge would be cheap.
Yeah. Do you know what? If they bought in a fucking Lewis Bar Morte Lounge, that'd be it for me.
But going back to...
It's not in the ground, it's in the car park.
Going back to Sam, right? Is it not better the devil you know than the devil you don't?
The thing is with Sam, he guarantees you Premiership football.
Exactly.
Guarantees.
And that's next season's last season at Bowling, and we need to be in the
And do you want to qualify for Europe, get rid of Sam, look at Everton. That's what happens when you get in Europe.
Yep.
You want to go into our last season at the Boleyn, scrap him for relegation when you could stick with Sam and I'd say guarantee your top 10.
Of course you will. Of course you will.
Well, I'd give him a new contract, whether they give him a year or 2, just to see where he takes us after this. Yeah. Because it's been such a good season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. See how he's going to progress. Yeah. At the end of the day, right, his thingy was get West Ham back in the Premiership. He did it. Yeah. Last season, don't get relegated. He didn't. What was this season? Finished 10th. finished mid-table. Where are we?
Which we look on course.
We're above mid-table. So
we had a little cup run as well.
I think we're sort of cemented top 8, I reckon.
Yeah, from a point of view as the chairman, I want you to do this.
Yeah.
Can you deliver it? Yeah, and he's delivering it.
I think we can still press for further up the table. I mean, we're only 4 or 5 points behind them. I mean, we've got some.
We've
gone through our tough patch now.
Yeah, we can turn over a few sides, start playing the way we were playing at the start of the season. We can get points off of the big sides, and then we can turn over the little sides again and get us up there. There's no reason why we can't finish 6.
So just quickly, then, if he did go, who would you want to see?
I've no idea.
But the only ones you think of, like Laudrup or.
I would say.
Like
But why? Laudrup did nothing at Swansea. Laudrup took Brendan Rodgers' side, won a cup with him, and that was it. He didn't add players. When he started adding his own players,
Big Sam's gone. Who would you have?
I don't know. I really don't. I don't know who's out there.
I mean, I'd like to see someone like Ronald de Boer or someone like that, someone young, nothing to do with the club, brings in their own fresh ideas, you know. But they always like English managers, don't they? So
I'll say you are like, but I don't think he's ready for the Premier League yet. A couple of years he will be, Eddie Howe.
You're having 2 bites of cherry now, you fucking. We've got to go on. We had our first competition on Twitter this week. We give away 2 West Ham scarves. We did pick 2 winners, but I can't think their names off the top of my head. But if you did win, we have DM'd you and send us your address and we'll send you the scarves. Follow us on Twitter at West Ham Fan, if you forgot it, at West Ham Fan TV.
And didn't you chuck a couple of bottles of sauce in there as well?
Yeah. We're going to give a little couple of bottles of the Ribman sauce, and we will be running competitions, giving away food from the Ribman in the future. We won't do it now because this is just testing.
We're skin.
Yeah, we're rats. Yeah. Right, Preview versus Palace. Do you fancy us? Just quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, without fail.
Yeah, I think same.
2-1.
2-1.
Same starting 11. 3-1.
3-1. Come on.
I'm going to repeat the game at Selhurst 3-1.
I reckon 4-0.
Confidence.
I fancy that 4-0. And I think that was his joke. I think Valencia's going to get a couple.
Yeah, you could be right.
I think that's going to kick-start and kick him up the arse. One more thing we do have to mention, we have to give a quick mention to them because I thought it was absolutely fantastic, is that video on the train. That video on the train.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Well done.
Fucking brilliant that was.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic. How you do it, Chelsea.
yeah, absolutely fantastic. That was brilliant. I'd love to know they were because I'd like to have a little chat with them.
Get them a rib roll.
Yeah, I would. I'll definitely. If we do see them around the boat, then I'll definitely buy you a pint if you're watching.
You don't go in there.
But. Thanks very much for watching. You'll find us again in the next home game. That'll be at Crystal Palace. You can find us on Knees Up Mother Brown. Don't forget to download the Knees Up Mother Brown podcast every Tuesday, or sporadically every Tuesday. I don't think they do go up every Tuesday. And you'll see us next time on West Ham Fan TV. Come on, you Irons! Right, that's it, boys.